Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room. Good morning. Come on in the room. I hope that you're all doing well. Good morning, Fred. Welcome to Command Your Day. Hop on in. Come on in. Hi, Perry. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Fox Hill. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, everyone. Come on in the room. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Saw the change. Oh, yeah. It did. Absolutely, it did. So I wanted to go to the 9 a.m. service, but I was, can you invite to talk with you? Hi, Sharon. Good morning. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. If you can come back tomorrow, then I'll allow you to do that, okay? But yes, Jenny. Good morning, Teeks. It got me. I wanted to go to the 9 a.m. service. I was laying in bed, right? And the clock in my bedroom, the digital clock in my bedroom did not change over. So I was looking at that clock and like, okay, I have an hour left. Then I looked at my phone and was like, oh my God, the time changed over. So I missed 9 a.m. service yesterday, but I was able to make it to the 11 o'clock. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, everyone. I was like, oh my God, Sakina, get up. Good morning, Eileen. Good morning. Good morning. I was sitting there thinking, okay, I have an hour to go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Good morning, Braden. How are you? And I looked at my phone and the phone said 9 a.m. Oh my God, the time. Yes. I was like, oh my God. But my oldest was here, so I guess I got an extra hour with him. I was able to make him dinner before he left. So yeah, it worked out good. It did. It worked out good. Good morning, Liz. How are you? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the room. I love where the numbers are at. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Take a second to share the stream out. Let me do the same. Let me do the same. Let me share. Let me share it out as well. Let's do that. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I've been away for a few days. Okay, I gotta share this out. Let's switch page. Let's do that. But good morning, everyone. Come on in. Take a second to double tap. Share the stream out. Share it out. There we go. Let's share. Share. Ooh, I love where the numbers are at. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Good morning, Global Chick Venture. How are you? Good morning to you. Now, someone asked about getting on the screen to ask a question. So I owe you all a day for Q&A, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. Let's see. Hi, can anyone? Okay. All right. Let's see who else I miss here. Hey, Slem, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you all. All right, great. I love it. I love where the numbers are at. Let's do this. Let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. Let's do that. Let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. We like to get started here by listing some things that we're absolutely grateful for today. We're not complaining about anything. Good morning, Maggie. How are you? We're not complaining about anything. We're finding things in our lives to be grateful for, right? Finding things in our lives to be grateful for. So go ahead and drop in the comments what it is that you're grateful for today. Let me know. Hey, J Love, good morning. Everything awesome. I love it. The big three. Great, great, great. I love it. I love it. I love it. The big three. Love that. Love it. So if you're new here, the big three is life, health, and strength. So if those are the things that you're grateful for, you're going to drop the big three in the comments, okay? That's what you're going to put. Good morning, Queen Vanessa. How are you? Truly living in answered prayers. Ooh, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good morning, Joha or Hoha? Joha? I hope that's how you say it. Good morning, my friend. Then 1996. Good morning to you. Let's see, I missed someone here. The big three. Awesome. Great, great, great. So again, if you're new here, the big three is life, health, and strength. So if those are the things that you're grateful for, you're going to drop the big three in the comments, okay? Grateful for family, peace, and my intellect. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. Good morning, Delvis. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the room. Welcome. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the follow button. We're live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So, yeah. Go ahead and drop in the comments what you're grateful for. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you, thank you, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Just making a note. Great. Awesome. It's not a shirt. I'm not wearing a shirt. I have a dress on. But thank you for your observation. Good morning, Edson. Is that what that says? All right, so that is our gratitude check-in. We practice gratitude here because it helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. Good morning, Nate Brown. How are you? Hey, Robbie, how are you? What is it called? What is what called? I'm not sure what you're asking. What is what called? Good morning, Maverick. How are you? All right, great. So that is our gratitude check-in. We practice gratitude here. It helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. All right, now we're going to keep it moving. Our theme for this year is executive living. We want to focus on operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company, and we are the executive over this enterprise. So you're going to make decisions that's going to benefit your enterprise. All right. So again, our theme for this year is executive living. And with that, we have two mantras that we're walking through the year with. Thank you so much for typing it. The first one, I am an effective executive over my life. That is the first mantra that we're walking through the year with. I am an effective executive over my life. The second one, I only exude executive energy. I'm focused, I'm disciplined, I'm organized, all right? I won't let anybody pull me out of character. No, I won't be all over the place. I know where I'm going and I understand what I have to do to get there. So I'm focused, I'm disciplined, I'm organized. All right. So again, the two mantras that we're walking through this year with to make sure that we fulfill the theme of this year which is executive living. The first mantra, I am an effective executive over my life. And the second one, I only exude executive energy. I'm focused, I'm disciplined, I'm organized. All right. So those are the mantras that we're walking through the year with. Now, let's get right into our prayer. We pray the 23rd Psalm here. We do believe it is powerful. Every prayer in the Bible is powerful, but this is the one that we focus on praying every morning. Okay, so I'm going to pray for all of us and you're going to type in the comments, amen, says that you agree with the prayer. All right, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen Amen and amen. So that is our prayer. Good morning, Patty. How are you? That is our prayer. We pray the 23rd Psalm every morning. It's important that you are communicating with the Father and pray the scriptures if you don't know what to pray. Good morning, Lady Lux. How are you? Pray the scriptures if you do not know what to pray. All right. Good morning, John. How are you? All right. So let's move right into our affirmations. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right. You're going to type in there, I agree with that. There's so much power in agreement. So here we go. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going, thank you, Maverick. Good morning, Keish. Good morning. Thank you. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that, okay? So here we go. I'm capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can build it. I can become it. I can overcome it. Nothing is impossible for me. I can write it. I can launch it. I can buy it. I can get approved for it. I can live it. I can heal from it. I can recover. Nothing is impossible for me. I want you to stay right there in that mindset, okay? Good morning, Michael. Thank you so much. Somebody else came in the room, but it went by so fast. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. All right. So I want you to stay in that mindset. Nothing is impossible for me. Whatever the great aspirations are that you have for this year, the goals that you've set for your life, I want you to stay in that mindset of nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can build it. I can become it. I can overcome it. I can heal from it. Okay. Nothing is impossible for me. Stay right there in that mindset. All right, you can overcome it. You can get through it. Good morning, Candy. How are you? How you doing? All right, I want y'all to stay in that mindset because, and I'll share with you, how do I get a copy of the affirmations? They are inside of the Bold Moves manual. They're in the front of the Bold Moves manual. You can get a copy of the book. You all type in the comments where Nay can get a copy of the book. But they're right here. Okay. All right. Great. All right. There you go. They're sharing with you, Nay, where you can get a copy of the book. I can't say it because they're going to flag me if I say it. Okay. All right, great, 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 great. Awesome. So they're sharing with you where you can get a copy of the book. So again, I want y'all to stay in that mindset. And as I always tell you, that the words that we go over, the affirmations, the declarations that we go over, they're not just words, okay? We live these things out. So I want you to take them really seriously. For those of you who are probably new here, haven't been around, I've been off of social media. Well, I took off 2 days because I needed to fast and pray about some things, because as I told y'all when the year started, every day I got on here, I told y'all that life is going to happen. That you can be assured of. Life is going to happen. And life happened. It did. And it's not all the way resolved yet while I was away. But the 2 days that I took off from social media, I was in fasting and prayer because I needed wisdom and patience to handle life happening, right? What was happening. So again, when we get on here and we go through these affirmations and we pray and we make our declarations, this is helping to set us up for success, because life is going to happen. But you have these words, you live out these words, you stand on these words, and you can keep going. You can accomplish that goal. You can make it through the year, even though life will happen. Okay? All right? All right, great. So I don't just get on here and give you words just to repeat. They are strong words. They're creating the future that you want to live. Okay? So don't just say them just to say them, but understand the power that is behind them. Okay? All right, great. Let's jump right into some announcements, and then we will get into the word of the day. I do believe that I'm going to do a Q&A session tomorrow. So I will open up the room for you all to bring your questions tomorrow. I do owe you a day because we were supposed to do it on Thursday, but I didn't stream on Thursday. So tomorrow, it's a nice step after sending you an email. I sent you an email, right? My friend, didn't I send you an email with the application? So you got to fill out the application. Okay? I missed your name. But you got to fill out the application. I don't see your application on my end. So you got to fill the application out. All right? Send me a message. What are you? Wait, happen. Yes, Maverick. Absolutely. Yes. Prepare as best as you can. And that is so correct. You got to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally. Okay? So make sure that you have control over your emotions so that when life happens, you're not losing it and falling out and just snapping. No. Life is going to happen, but you just got to make sure that you're prepared as best as possible. All right? Prepare financially. Okay? I haven't been to work since Wednesday, but I'm able to do stuff like that to handle life when life happens. So you want to set your life up in a way that if something major happen, you know that you can take the time to handle what is happening. Okay? All right. Great, great, great. So the person that asked about the medication relief, if you got the email with the application, you got to fill that application out. All right. But let's jump right into some announcements. For those of you who are new here or you came in late, I introduced myself. Did I introduce myself? As Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor. I don't think I said that. With that, I do have a coaching community and a mentorship program that is focused on working on your mindset and working on productivity. So if you struggle with procrastination, we work through that. We set up systems to make sure that you're executing on those life goals that you have. So if you want to work with me, you're going to send me a message with the word mentor, and I will send you over the link so that you can apply to be a part of my mentorship program. All right. So we work aggressively on mindset and we work aggressively on productivity. I want to make sure that you're executing. Okay. Executing. No procrastination. We're not doing that because time goes by like that. Okay. Yeah. Time goes by very fast, so I make sure that I give you systems and strategies so that you execute. We work on your mindset first because that's important. You can't rise higher than where your mindset is at. So we work on your mindset. Hi, Jane. You can come back tomorrow and then I'll accept your request, okay? Today's not the day for requests. So if you come back tomorrow, I'll accept your request. If you have any questions right now, you can post it in the comments, okay? Great. So again, for those of you who want to work with me, send me a message with the word mentor, and I'll help you to get enrolled in my mentorship program. Now, if you're the one saying, yes, I need a mentor, yes, I need a coach, yes, I need some courses to take to improve my personal development or do personal development, but I don't have a budget for it, there's a link in my bio. You can use that link to get the money plan. That is a free resource, 10 ways to fund your personal development. As you grow, you need to have a personal development fund, okay? But if you don't have one right now, the goals assessment and money plan will help you with that. Okay, so 10 ways to fund your personal development. You're going to go to the link in my bio. You're going to download it. It's a free resource. You're going to work those ideas to get the funds for your personal development. And then you'll come back and enroll in my program so that we can start working on your next major life goal. All right, great. Procrastination, analysis paralysis. Yes, indeed. Negative mindset, all of that hinders progress. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does. So if you know that you struggle with those issues, you have those issues and you would like to work through them and get to your next level or a better version of self, you can send me a message with the word mentor and I'll help you to get enrolled in my mentorship program. All right. If you have any questions at all, you can always send me a message and I'll be happy to answer and clarify anything that is not clear for you. Okay. Now, on the ministry side of things, we are doing a medication relief program for the spring. So if you're on medication that you take regularly, or if you know somebody that takes medication regularly and they could use some assistance with their copay, I need you to send me a message with the word medication and your email address that you would like me to send the application to, something that you have to apply for. All right. Now, if you sent me the word medication and your email, I've sent you the application. You just have to fill out that application so the team can review it and get back to you. Fighting trauma response cycle. Okay, I understand that. Graceful glow up. I understand that. That's something that we can work through. Okay. All right. Yeah. So again, if you're taking medication on a regular basis or you know someone that could use some help, hey, life is precious, how are you? Good morning, Ramesh. And you could use some help with copay. We want to help you with that. Okay, so send me a message with the word medication, your email address, and once you get the application, you got to fill that out. That's the only way to move to the next step so you can get the relief. All right, great. Am I missing anything? I think that's it. If you have any questions for me, feel free to send me a message, okay? You're welcome. Send me a message and I will clarify anything that you're unclear about. All right, let's get into the word of the day. Let's do that. We're continuing to work through our list of words. So today, the word of the day is humility. Let's talk about humility. Let's talk about it. The strength in serving and learning. Let's talk about humility. Type humility in the comments. That's what we're talking about today. Good morning, Valeria. Good morning. Yes, humility is the word of the day. Let's talk about it. This is the strength in serving and learning. Yeah, it is. Yes, humility. Absolutely. For the price of Starbucks, the executive suite is worth buying. Thank you so much, Maverick. Maverick is a part of my coaching community. So for those of you who were wondering, he's sharing with you that it is worth the investment. Okay. So if you want to be a part of my coaching community, he's saying that it is worth the investment. So get in, send me a message and let's get you enrolled. Okay, great. So yes, the word of the day is humility. Now, humility is often mistaken for weakness. It's not. Okay? In reality, it is a sign of strength, of wisdom, and confidence. Okay? Humility allows leaders, remember you're a leader in some capacity. You are. Humility allows leaders and professionals to learn from others, accept feedback, right? And grow without being hindered by ego or pride. All right? It is a foundation for authentic influence and sustainable success. And remember, again, when I use that word influence, it's not necessarily about social media stuff. I know the mind goes directly to social media when I mention the word influence, but no, you need influence in the home, you need influence on the job, you need influence in the community. Influence is important for every aspect of life. It is. Good morning, Michael. How are you? Influence is important for every aspect of life. You need people to buy into your ideas. You need people to buy into, say, the family goal that you have. You need your kids to buy into that, okay? Or whoever else is in the household. So you need influence for that. All right. So again, humility is the foundation for authentic influence and sustainable success. Right? True leaders are not defined by titles or accolades. No, they're not. No, they're defined by their ability to serve, their ability to learn, and their ability to elevate others. Okay, so it's not just about self. How's your ability to elevate somebody else? How is that? How is it? Now, by definition, humility is the quality of being grounded, teachable, self-aware, without arrogance or entitlement. Some key components of humility includes self-awareness, right? So that's understanding your strengths and your weakness, because we all have it. We have some strengths and we have some weakness. So it's important that you understand what are your strengths, what are your weakness, okay? And having a teachable attitude is another component of humility. Having a teachable attitude, that's being open to learning from every situation, okay? Don't think that, oh, this is beneath me, I can't learn anything from it. Don't do that. There's a lot of people that get on my live stream and they'll start to bash, and talk crazy. But if they would just be open to what it is that I'm teaching, I know it would change the trajectory of their lives. I know it would, right? So again, having a teachable attitude is another aspect of humility. It is. All right. So being open to learn from every situation and other people. All right. Hey, Marquesia, I hope I said that right. Always be humble and kind. Ties into humility. Yes, it does. Now, next is service oriented. That's another aspect of humility. Prioritizing contribution over recognition. It's that desire to help others without getting a shout out. Okay? Everything that you do does not require you getting a shout out. And if all you want is a shout out, then I don't think that you're operating in humility. If you always want a shout out from what it is that you're doing or the contribution that you're making, I don't think you're operating in humility if you always want a shout out. Okay? Let's see. In French speaking. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that you can understand what I'm saying. I hope so. All right, the next thing is graciousness. That's another element of humility. Graciousness. Yep, it is. So accepting success and failure with equanimity, which is a mental calmness to you, right? You're accepting success and failure with a mental calmness, with composure, with evenness of temper. Okay, so that is a part of humility, especially in difficult situations. You're not losing it. You're not just getting upset with everybody because something went wrong. No, you have mental calmness about you. You're able to compose yourself, even though things are going crazy, things are going haywire, but you have that ability to compose yourself, right? To have a even temper. That is an element of humility. All right. So humility does not diminish achievement. It enhances credibility, influence again, and your ability to lead effectively, because we are leaders in some capacity of our lives. We're leaders. Okay. Even if you're that stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, you are leading in the household. And those kids are looking up to you. Or maybe you're an auntie or uncle, right? They're looking up to you, okay? And you want to lead effectively. Now, why does humility matter? Humility fosters learning and growth. People who are humble are open to feedback and willing to adapt, okay? You get a feedback and you know, I should really adjust this. I should really make some changes here. Change it. That's what a humble person does. You accept that I really need to adjust in this area. Let me adjust. As long as you have qualified the source that the criticism is coming from, okay? All right? Make sure that it's not somebody that's just trying to knock you out of place. Just qualify where the information is coming from. And if you accept that, hey, I need to make this change, then be humble enough to make that change, okay? After you have qualified. Yes, Miss Gloria. After you've qualified where the criticism is coming from, that, okay, this person really has my back and they really want to see me grow. So what they're giving me is constructive criticism. So let me be humble enough to make the changes where it's necessary. Okay? All right? It's when the IT system goes down, staying calm. Yes. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. I like that, Maverick. I like that. Okay. So again, people who are humble are open to feedback and willing to adapt, which accelerates personal and professional development. Okay? Humility strengthens relationships as well. Leaders who serve and listen, that's a part of humility. You have to be able to listen and not listen to come with a rebuttal. No, but listening to understand. Okay? That's a part of being humble. I'm listening to understand where you're coming from, what your point of view is. Okay? I'm listening to understand that, not to just come with a rebuttal. I like this book. What's his name? He was the president of Egypt before. I like his autobiography because it teaches you how his active listening skill was able to help dissolve a war that was taking place between Israel and Iran, however you say it, years ago. Oh my God, what's his name again? I have his book somewhere here. I'll share it with you all later, but that's a really good book to read. Okay, if you struggle with active listening, it shares with you just how important it is to listen to understand, not listen to have a rebuttal. No. Okay, listen to understand. They solved a war by actively listening to the other person. Okay, all right. Great. All right. So again, humility strengthens relationships. Leaders who serve and listen builds trust, loyalty, and collaboration, which was important in that. Hey, Mr. Webb, how are you? In that war that was taking place, right? They could not find a resolve. Now, humility enhances decision making. Humble leaders consider multiple perspectives, reducing blind spots and errors. Could it be that a certain situation that you're facing right now is because you have not been open to listening to different perspectives, right? You're always getting blindsided because you block out every other opinion because you feel like you know it all, right? You block out every other opinion, every other lesson outside of what you already know. You've blocked it out. Could you be blindsided, or there's a cycle of missing the mark, not getting where you want to get to because you're not open to new perspective, right? You're not open to learning from somebody else or listening to what somebody else has to say. Could it be, right? You feel like you have enough experience, you have enough education, so, I don't need to listen to them because no, you get in trouble with that. You do. Hi, Angela, how are you? Good morning. Right? So again, humble leaders consider multiple perspectives, and doing this is going to reduce blind spots because somebody could be telling you something that you never even considered because you're so overwhelmed by whatever it is. Good morning, Gail. Whatever it is that you're experiencing, whatever it is that you're planning, whatever the goals are, you're so consumed by it that you don't look at a certain end of the situation. But somebody else from the outside can look in and say, hey, you may want to consider this. You may want to consider this could be a pitfall for you if you do it that way. So a humble person will consider multiple perspective, which will reduce blind spots and errors. Okay? All right? Observe, evaluate, assess. Yes, absolutely. Humility amplifies influence as well. Those who lead without ego, they inspire others to follow voluntarily and not out of obligation. So if you're a leader on the job, or again, leader in the community as well, you want to consider, are you leading out of ego? So everything that is done is just done out of obligation. Oh, I have to do this so this person doesn't go crazy or lose their temper on me, right? Or are you that type of leader that you lead so well and you listen so well and you take advice from other individuals so well that they do stuff voluntarily? Are you that type of leader? So these are the things that I want you to consider, okay? Knowledge is like circle, more you turn. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so here are some common barriers to humility. Some common barriers to humility. Number one on the list is ego and pride. Ego and pride. And I know you can think of someone right now that just operates out of ego. Everything they do is me. I know it all. I can do it all. I got this. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Okay? So ego and pride is the first thing on the list. So believing that you have all the answers, this blocks growth. Believe it or not, it does. It blocks growth. There is never any openness to new perspective. If you're operating like this with this level of ego, that is going to stunt your growth. It will. Because if somebody knows something that you don't know, but they know that you have all of this ego and you're a know-it-all, they're not going to share it with you. They're not. So we're not operating from a place of ego or pride. Okay? The next thing is fear of vulnerability. Fear of being vulnerable. The thing is, humility requires admitting gaps and limitations. It does. None of us have it all together. None of us know everything. No, we don't. And humility makes you feel okay to say, hey, this right here is a limitation for me. I don't know it. Okay, but I'm willing to learn, right? I don't know it, but I'm willing to learn. So being a humble person, you're open to saying that. I don't have it in this area, right? This is a limitation for me. I never mastered this, right? But I'm willing to learn. That's what a humble person does. Okay? You don't want to walk in there like you are a know-it-all and then you make a major mistake and then it's just a whirl of trouble. Instead of admitting that, hey, I don't know this. I'm not the best at this, right? I've never managed this type of account before. Can you teach me? That's what a humble person says, right? Remaining teachable. That's one of the things that we talked about. Okay? I don't know it. Can you teach me? I'm willing to learn. That's what a humble person does. Don't go in there acting like, oh, I know it all. I got this. Even though you know, I have no experience in this area. Don't do that. Okay? Because the time that it's going to take to fix the error and the mess that you made, you could have just learned it from the first get-go, okay? And just focus on elevating from there. All right? So, again, be teachable, be vulnerable. Hey, I don't know that. This is a limitation for me, right? And most of the jobs, they will ask you, what do you feel is your shortcoming or your limitation? Right? When I was doing, I was traveling when I was doing home care where I was traveling from house to house, right? I knew my limitation. It is still my limitation today It still is. And I told my manager, I am not good at blood draw. They would send me to go do blood draws, and I would say I probably got it 30% of the time. I'm not good with blood draw. I'm just not good. With my years of experience, I'm not good with blood draw. So every time they would send me, I'd be like, this is not my strong suit. It's not. And my manager would say, okay, just go and try. And I would go and try and miss it. So they would have to pay me for missing it, because I told them ahead of time, I'm not good with this. This is not my area. It's not. Right? And I accepted that. I'm not good with blood draw. But my manager would still tell me, hey, go try it. And I would go try it. They would have to pay me even though I missed it, because that's just not my thing. Right? They know where my sweet spot is. You can fill my schedule up with that. I'll do it all day with what I'm really good at, where my strength is. But blood draw, not my thing. Not that I'm scared of blood. Locating the vein is not a thing that I could do. Right? So I accepted that was my limitation. It was. And she asked me at one point, because I just kept missing them. They had to pay me for it, but I just wasn't getting it. And she asked me at one point, do you want to get into a class to learn how to do it more? And I said, yes, but she never signed me up for the class. So, but that was my limitation. It still is today. I don't do blood draws because I always miss. So I accepted my limitation, and I was very honest with my manager. This is not my area. You know where my area is. You know, I love wound care. Like, it doesn't matter how bad the wound is, right? It doesn't matter. Like, that is my sweet spot. I can walk in there. I can, just by the smell alone, I can tell you what stage the wound is, what type of treatment we need to do, right? I can tell what the caregiver has been doing and not been doing. I can tell their nutritional status based on the wound. Like, that is my sweet spot. I love wound care, right? I love it. I haven't done it in a while, but I love it. That is my sweet spot. And they knew this. But blood draw, nope. Not me. So it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say, I don't know this thing, but I'm willing to learn. That's the point I'm getting to. That is an aspect of humility. Okay? It's an aspect of humility. It's a gift. I think it is, because a lot of nurses will say, what do you mean you like wound care? I do. I love it. It's something about the healing process that gets me. Right? Something about it, because we'll have a deep crater and do the recommendations for the treatment, and you do the treatment and watch that thing heal over time. It's something about that gets me. Like, I love to watch the process of wounds healing, right? Doesn't matter how bad it is. I love it. I love to watch it. MRSA in the skull. I dealt with a lot of MRSA wounds, a lot of it. I dealt with it. Yes, down to the bone. I dealt with a lot of that because I worked subacute for a while. I did. You must be in the medical field talking about MRSA. I get sick from seeing wounds. Nope, not me. I love it. I love it. I walk in the room and I can tell you, oh, this thing, it needs a wound vac, because if you don't get a wound vac right now, it ain't healing. Okay? All right, let's get out of that. Let's keep going. So, again, fear of vulnerability blocks humility. So it's okay to say, hey, this is a limitation for me. I need some help here, okay? The next barrier, and we're running out of time. The next barrier is misunderstanding humility. Some individuals think that humility means undervaluing oneself or avoiding leadership. This one, we got to pause here, right? So undervaluing oneself or avoiding leadership. A lot of people think this is humility. Oh, I don't want to move up the chain. I don't want a supervisory position. I don't want a management position. I just want to remain humble. That is not humility, my friend. Stop bypassing or opting out of the promotion because you want to stay humble. Don't do that. That's not humility. We're not doing that this year. We're not undervaluing ourselves, and we're not avoiding leadership roles that someone has recognized that you do have the qualities. You do have the ability to lead. So this year, we're not doing that. That's not humility. It's false humility. That's what it is. Oh, I don't want to go higher. I don't want to get that management position. I just want to stay humble. No, my dear. That's not humility. Okay? All right? So, a barrier to humility is misunderstanding humility. It is. It is. Let me catch your comment. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Maverick. Thank you. I see you. All right. Let's see. All right. Great. So, we're not saying this year, oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to remain humble. No, that's not humility. Okay? So, what I want you to do is make sure that you have a full understanding of what humility looks like in your day-to-day, so that you're not forfeiting opportunities out of wanting to be humble. Oh, I'm not going to apply for that management position because I just want to remain humble. That is not humility. If you've ever done that, we want to correct that. Okay? You're missing out on elevation, missing out on your next because you're saying, oh, I just want to remain humble, so I don't want to take that position. There's so much more for you to learn, so many more lives for you to impact, and it's going to require you being in a certain position to make that impact. Okay? So do not forfeit another opportunity saying, oh, I just want to remain humble. All right? I hope this helps somebody. I hope it did, because this is a major thing where individuals misunderstand what humility truly is, and they've forfeited so much. Opportunities came, individuals wanted to work with you, and you're saying, no, I just want to remain humble. I just want to remain in the background. That is false humility. It is. Okay? So we're going to correct that this year so we don't forfeit opportunities that can take us to the next level and position us so that we can make greater impact. Okay? Because you got to understand, if you're standing on, say you're in a conference room, right? And you're standing in the audience, it's going to be hard for everybody to see you so that you can share your message that you want to share. So it's going to take a certain level of elevation so that everybody can hear your message and it can impact them. Okay? I hope that was a good example. I hope it was clear. But we're not going to say, oh, I just want to be humble, so I'm not going to apply for that. I'm not going to accept that. We're not doing that this year. Okay? All right. Great. The next barrier, and we're running out of time. The next barrier is comparison and envy. We talk about this a lot, but it bears repeating. If you're focusing on others' success, that can hinder your genuine humility, your ability to be humble, because you're just so focused on what everybody else is doing, their success. So then envy gets in the heart, and that causes you to act out of character. So that is a barrier to humility. So you want to stay away from comparison and envy. You want to stay away from that. Okay? And I told you all the story about me always saying, oh, I wish I could. This year, we're not wishing that we could do anything. No, we're going to make a plan. We're going to work the plan and do it so that we don't have to compare ourselves to anybody. What do you want to accomplish? You want to accomplish a specific financial status? Apply yourself. Figure out, how do I get from here to here? How do I get from 1,000 to 2,000? Okay, I know I have to cut back on this. I know I have to do more of this. Okay, I know I have to connect with this person. I know I need to apply here. Do that. Don't sit around wishing. Good morning, Gifted. Thank you for the daily heart me. Don't sit around wishing. Okay? Don't do that. Don't sit around comparing, oh my God, I should be the one that's due. I should be the one that's No. Especially if you're not willing to do the work. Don't say that. Okay? What I want you to understand in your personal growth and your personal development, if there is ever a thing or an accomplishment that you're saying to yourself, I wish I could do that, you also need to say, I wish I could apply myself to do the work that they did to get that. And then you're going to change that I wish to, you know what, I'm going to apply myself to get this thing. I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to work. Even when it doesn't look like it's going to work out, I'm still going to keep going at it until it becomes my reality. That's the place that I want you to be in. Okay? Not sitting around saying, I wish. Oh, look at them. They're doing this. Oh, I had this idea last year and this one is doing it. Man, that should have been me. Well, it should have been you planning and executing too. And getting the help that you need, right? Time is running out. I got to go. What's that? Like 1,000,000%? I got to count the zeros. Okay? So this is not the year that we sit around and say, oh, I wish I could. No. Figure out what you need to do to go from 1,000 to 2,000 and do it. Apply yourself. Yes, roadblocks are going to come up because now you're transitioning to another level of you. Yes, issues are going to happen. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of intimidation because it's new. But will you push through it so that you can live out the thing that you're saying, oh, I wish I could? Okay? Will you push through it so you can live it out? And I'm telling you that you can. If you apply yourself, you can. For those of you who are new here, I used to say, I wish I could do the things that I see these nurses doing, buying house, going on vacation, paying for this, buying new cars. I used to sit there and say, I wish I could. And one day I woke up and said, I'm not going to wish anymore. I'm going to do whatever they did. I'm going to apply myself and I'm going to live out the things that I wish. Today I'm living in those things. Okay? It wasn't an easy road. But I was committed to living a specific lifestyle. I was committed to creating a certain level of success. I was committed to that. So I got out of I wish to I'm doing it. I'm becoming it. I'm building it. Okay? All right. And all of that is still operating with humility. It is. It is. Okay? I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. I'm not trying to pull down anybody to get up there. No. I made a plan. I'm applying myself. I'm making the necessary sacrifices and I'm going to get there. All right? And that is still being humble. Confident, but humble. Okay? All right. Great. I got 7 minutes and I've got to go. Let's see. What else can I go through here? So the framework, I don't have enough time to go through the framework. But for those of you who are new here, what I'm going through right now will be in the 2.0 version of the Bold Moves manual. So stay connected until I send it to print. But all of this, the framework will be in the manual. I'm just going to give you some daily practices to help you because I don't have enough time to go through the full framework, okay? But it will be in the 2.0 version of the Bold Moves manual. So stick around until it goes to print so you can get the framework, okay? Great. So here's some daily practices to cultivate humility. Practice active listening. So again, we're not listening just to come with a rebuttal. We're listening to understand. One thing about me, when I'm listening to somebody, I listen to hear what they're saying and what they're not saying. And if you're a good listener, you can hear even the things that they're not saying. Yes, you can. If you are a good listener, you can hear even the things that they're not telling you, the parts that they're skipping out. Okay? So practice active listening. We're not listening just to rebuttal. Okay? We're not listening just to put the person down. We're not listening just to come up with our side. No, we're listening to understand. Okay? What do they really want? Where are they trying to go? Right? What is the background to whatever it is that they're trying to say? Okay? All right? Great. So, number 1, practice active listening. Focus on understanding before responding. Number 2, seek feedback intentionally. So ask mentors, peers, team members for guidance. Hey, I'm not good at this. Can you help me? Okay, what am I doing wrong with this project? I'm trying to do this, trying to create a proper budget so that I can improve my finances, but it just seems like things are falling apart. Like the money's just not adding up. When I get to the middle of the month, it seems like I'm running out of funds. Like, what am I doing wrong? Help me here. It's okay to ask for those type of feedback. Make sure that you're asking the right person, okay? So that you don't hear your business down the street 2 weeks later. Okay, because if you ask the wrong person and 2 weeks later you hear your business, that is going to discourage you from working towards the goal. So just make sure that you really trust the person that you're asking for feedback. Okay, all right, okay. So seek feedback intentionally. Don't just sit down with your mouth closed. Don't do that. Not this year. If you want to go higher, you want to do more, ask for feedback. Go find answers intentionally. Don't wait for somebody to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, here's how you do this. No, intentionally go and say, this is what I'm struggling with. How can you help me with this area? Okay, great. Number 3, serve without expectation. Find opportunities to contribute without seeking recognition. So all of this falls in the line of humility. It does. And then reflect on successes and failures. So consider what you learned and how it shaped your growth. All right. Great. I got 3 minutes and I've got to go. So I want you to think about these things today. In what areas of your life or work could you be more teachable? How can you serve others more effectively without seeking recognition? I promise you, if you serve and you serve well with no ulterior motive, not wanting any recognition, I promise you that on the back end, you will get repaid for it. You will, okay? You will get repaid on the back end. So you don't always have to seek recognition, okay? Number 3, where does pride or ego block your growth or relationships? Okay, you feel like, oh man, I can't learn from this person because their educational level is beneath mine. That's wrong. You got to correct that. If that is something that you're actively doing in your life, you got to correct that. Okay, so what does pride or ego, where does pride or ego block your growth or relationships? We want to correct that. What lesson can you apply from past successes or failures to improve your leadership skills? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. There's more, but I have to leave it there. We're going to do some declarations and then I've got to go. But again, the word of the day is humility. And it's not that you're going to undervalue yourself. It's not that you're going to avoid leadership roles. No, that's not humility. And if you've been thinking that it's humility, that's false humility. Okay. All right. So don't skip out on another opportunity thinking that, oh, I just want to be humble. I don't want the promotion. I don't want the... Take it because they see something in you. All right. They've recognized something in you. And remember that you can always be vulnerable. Hey, I don't really know this very well, but I'm willing to learn. Can you teach me? Can you show me? Okay. It's okay to say that. I don't know it. I don't. When they were sending me out to do these blood draws, I already had like 7 years of nursing under my belt, right? 7 years of nursing. And then I switched jobs and this job required sometimes to do blood work. It's confirmation for you. Okay, great. Awesome. Happy that you showed up. Good morning, Eugene. I already had 7 years under my belt as a nurse. And here I was in a new job that some of the cases required me to do blood work. And I told my manager, blood work is not my strong suit. So it's okay to say, hey, I don't know this very well, but I'm willing to learn. Scared to apply to a new job now? No fear. Okay, great. Update your resume and let's get that done. Okay, for those of you who've been afraid to apply for new jobs, new positions, let's get over that. Okay, if there's something to the job that you don't yet understand, just let them know I'm willing to learn. I will put the extra time in to learn this. Okay, but apply for it. Go for it. Adding that to the list. Okay, great. Awesome. And we'll work on that. Okay. Good morning, Aldo. How are you? Just a toxic environment. Okay. All right. So you want to work to transition. All right. Yeah. All right. Great, 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 great. Awesome. Let's make some declarations and then I've got to go. For those of you who are new here, if you want to watch the replay, I'm doing well. Thank you. If you want to watch the replay for this video and all my other videos, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. I'm the Productivity Coach on YouTube. Okay. I'm the Productivity Coach on YouTube. So you can find me there and watch the replay of this live stream. But let's make some decrees and then I've got to go. I'm going to decree for all of us and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. There's so much power in agreement. And again, we're not just saying these words just to say them, but we're creating the life that we want to live and the things that we want to experience in our lives with these words. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to decree for all of us. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his favor and his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse, our savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity, and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. And that is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today. And we understand that anything is possible. Anything is possible once you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. Good morning, Lexi. I didn't even see you come in. Hope you're doing well. All right. Anything is possible. So I want you to take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things. Expect answered prayers. Expect promotion and increase. Anything is possible. Remain humble, right? Operate with humility, but that does not mean you're devaluing yourself or you're avoiding opportunities. No, that's not what it means. It's not. Okay. That's okay. That's fine. Yes, I'm okay. All right. Great, great, great. Awesome. So tomorrow we're going to do another Q&A session. So for those of you who are requesting to join the live, come back tomorrow and ask your questions. Okay. So we'll do another Q&A tomorrow. I'll open it up so that you can ask your questions. All right. Have an awesome day. I will see you all in the morning. For those of you who do want to work with me, send me a message. Let's have a conversation and see how we move forward. All right. If you want to work with me, you know you need a coach, you need a mentor in the season, send me a message and let's have a conversation. All right. Great, great, great. I'll see you all in the morning. You're welcome, Jasmine. Have a great day. Bye for now.